Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And this video is going to be a little different because I decided to make this video like very impromptu. Like I just had this thought like 10 minutes ago and I decided to just record it right now before I forget everything. So yeah, I am sitting in my room right now and the light is not very ideal. The whole thing is not very ideal. But I kind of want to talk about this because I feel that it's very important to talk about this. So basically, I want to talk about having empathy, and I want to talk about having hard times. I want to talk about being sympathetic and empathetic towards any person. Because I'll tell you what, the thing is that a lot of time, so what happens is that we we have this person who's really close to us, right? And I want to talk about this because I have had have had a lot of experiences like these. So we always, like, this happens with everybody at least once in our lives, I can promise. We have this person in our lives, our friend, family, anybody, right, who might be going through a tough time, who might be going through a hard time, right? And they might not be up to their best. It could be physical stress, mental stress, or just, I mean, anything at all, right? And they could just be going through a lot. But what happens is that sometimes we don't understand that. Sometimes what happens is that the person in front of us, they tend to be going through a lot, and because of that, because of the fact that they are going through a lot, they do not reciprocate to us, like our feelings, or not even feelings, but like our words, our talks, our conversations in the way we want them to. They do not reciprocate, maybe even physically. Like if you go hug them, they might not hug you back, or might not just be feeling up to the mark, might not talk too much, or that ways. And what happens is, a lot of the times we just tell them, not tell them, but we feel like we're growing apart perhaps, or that person is just not who they used to be anymore. Maybe they don't like us anymore or something like that. We tend to think of a lot of negative things. But I feel that one thing that does not come, that's like not the first thing, at least in most people's head, is, oh, maybe let's give that person some time. Maybe they are going through a lot, and maybe they just need time to relax. Maybe they just need time to get back on track. And the thing is, I get it. A lot of the times we want the people we love and the people we cherish to share their stuff. We want them to tell us what's wrong. We want them to talk about it, share it with us, because if not us, then who, right? But the thing is that the person in front of you does not always want to share. Sometimes they just want to deal with some stuff on their own. They do not want to involve anyone, and that's okay. That's not always necessary that they tell it to everyone, or anyone for that matter. And what we need to be in the situation is empathetic. For example, a friend, they stop responding in a way that they used to, or that obviously you check up on them and everything, and they say ki, no, I'm fine, it's fine, or I don't talk about it, blah blah blah. Then it's fine. You leave them alone. You give them their space. You give them their time to go through their own stuff. You give them sympathy, empathy, whatever they need at that moment, right? They are going through tough times. You need to understand that you might not be their first priority during those times. They might have a lot of other things going on for them that they need to deal with first. And that's all right. It does not mean that they do not like you, or they hate you, or they don't value you as much. It's nothing of that sorts, to be very honest. And once that's done, maybe they will, if you stick around, maybe they will come to you after their time is over, after their hard times are over, and they'll come to you and they'll be like, thank you for giving me space, thank you for being there. And what also happens, that sometimes certain people also have trouble sharing how they're feeling. Some people have trouble exactly being able to express themselves, especially if you have new friends, if you made new friends, whom you're growing with, whom you're learning new things with. So they might have trouble sharing things with you because they're like, oh, I've just made this friend, I don't know how they'll, if you've never faced a situation like this with them especially, then they'll be like, I don't know exactly how this person is going to react, so I do not want to share it right now. And that's fine. The person might come to you later when it's over and share their situation then with you, and see how you react when they're in a better state of mind on their own, right? So that can also happen. And sometimes your job as a friend, I feel our job or your job as like the friend of the person going through a hard time or going through a troubled time, is only to check up on that person, like, hey, how you doing, are you fine? Yeah, that's it, and the thing is, I get it, by checkup, you, I do not mean that you have to ask them every time, like, do you want to talk, or do you want to talk, or do you want to talk about it, blah blah blah. That's constantly can also get a little irritating. But what you can do is, you can just be like, if they've told you right once that they do not want to talk about it, or it's fine, I think you can just keep on checking up on them, in the sense that you can keep messaging them just like hi, and putting in slightly more effort from your side, when especially when you do know, like, that they are having a hard time. So I mean, and I get it, sometimes even I feel this way, like, why am I putting so much effort if the person in front of me isn't reciprocating? But most of the times what I've learned is that the person in front does want to reciprocate, but there's just so much on their plate, there's so much on their mind that's going on around them, that they are not able to reciprocate in the way that even they want to be, more lively, have more fun with their conversations, talk to you more, and all of that. And sometimes what you can also do is that, if you feel like that a person might be going through a hard time, and they might not want to talk about it, or if they said that they don't want to talk about it, you can just give them a call. You can give them a call, or meet them in person if you do see them daily or something, and then just have a conversation not related to them, just a random conversation, just a light-hearted, positive energy conversation that might help take off the mind of that person going through the hard times, off of those hard times. And even if it's for a few minutes, even if it's for an hour or something, I feel that somewhere can also be really helpful. And be attentive to how they, what exactly they speak, because sometimes they might not share it just on the face of it, but they might mention it in certain small things, and you can catch from that also what might be happening. And I feel it's just very necessary, like, even when the person finally decides to share their information with you, they finally decide to share how they feel with you, at that point in time, it's very necessary that you tell them. You first need to tell them, like, we're not going to judge you. Like, I'm not here to judge what you're going through, what you have going on for you. I'm here as your friend to listen to you, to help you out whenever you do need help, to lighten the mood, to help you feel better, right? So that is the way you should be responding. I mean, I get it. Sometimes, you do want to respond in a way and be like, oh, why did you not talk to me? Was so blah, blah, blah. So I feel that kind of just might just even hamper with their mood and be like, oh, I'm not going to tell her if she's or he's going to react this way, And I get it. See, even I am someone who is quite selfish. I do put my needs and my own mental health and my own physical health above a lot of things and a lot of people as well. But the thing is that it is necessary to learn that when you actually need to pull the selfishness out, and when you actually need to put yourself first instead of just every single time putting yourself first, neglecting others' needs and everything. You need to learn when to be selfless and when to be selfish. That is the main important thing. And also, for going through hard times, I recently came across a situation where this friend came up to me, and then they were really sick for a long time, and then they said that, I got really frustrated while I was sick, and I feel like I have not been reciprocating in my friendships, relationships, and anything in the way that they need to, and I feel like that nobody likes me anymore because of that, and blah blah blah. And me and my friends, we gathered the whole group then, and we told that person that, we all of us know that you've been going through a hard time, that you were sick for quite a time now, and we did not want to poke you constantly about it. We did not want to hamper your recovery. We don't want to do anything like that. So we were there for you when you asked us to be, and we do not hate you, darling. We really don't. Believe us. We understand that you're having this really hard time, and you're just having to stay in like a room or something all day long, not move, and just all of that, and it can get really frustrating given that it's almost been like quite a few weeks, right? And you're not able to come meet your friends, you're not able to go out too much, and obviously that does get frustrating. But that's the thing, everybody has hard times are like a test for us, right? They can be either of the two things. They can be either tests of our faith, or they can be uh, like are just bad karma. And I don't know what it might be for you or what it might be for the person going through it. But as friends, as people who care about those people, all you can do is just be there for them. Being there for them, you just don't even know how much of a difference that makes. Just constantly checking up on a person who's not responding that well, just constantly still having that same energy with that person, even if it might not be completely in from their side. just constantly just constantly making that, ensuring that person that you have their back, that you will be there when they are done with their stuff, that you will be there even after all of this. I feel that is one thing that yeah. And one other thing I would also like to point out here is that I feel it's just bad times. It's just a small time period. It's never forever. It's never forever. And they will go away. They will go away. And believe me, people who love you, people who adore you, people who are your friends will stand by you. One thing I always say, like, if somebody is my friend, I know that they will stand by me when I am having a tough time. I know that they won't run away. I know that they'll be with me. They'll be there for me even when I'm down, even when I can't pull myself up, right? And one thing I've also realized is that when you're going through a problem, right, and you're in a rut, you're in like a hole, and you don't know how to get out of that hole because it's way too deep and it's way too like claustrophobic, and you really want to get out, but you can't seem to get out of that hole, right? So one thing I've realized is that a lot of times we are just like, oh, I cannot get out of this hole, I'm just gonna give up, like this is not it, I don't think I just might have to die here in this hole. And all of that stuff, we think a lot of all about all of that stuff. When we're in such a situation, we think a lot of negative things. But one thing that we need to realize is that we need to put our hand forward, right? Even if for example, this is like somewhat of a hole, and this is like the like my head is the area till where the hole is, and somebody, a friend, family, anybody is just sending help, keep sending their hand into the hole to pull you out. You will also have to hold their hand. You will have to pull your hand out, put your hand out. You will have to hold that hand and pull yourself up. That person can only do so much. Even when you're going through hard times, you will have to pull yourself up, give yourself energy, and be like, no, I am going to pull myself out of this shit. I can do it. And that's what's going to get you out. Because even if the other person is giving you their hand, then even then you will not be able to get out if you do not give them your hand back, if you do not hold that hand. You can only receive help when you're willing to. You do not need to go in that sense, right? It's just like so bad for me, I have it so bad, like, there could not be a worse situation and blah blah blah. Okay, that may all be true. I'm not invalidating anybody's feelings, emotions, struggles, or anything. But you can get out of it. You can get out of it. You just need to reach out to that helping hand. And even if you do not have like a very strong helping hand, a very strong support system, then you need to put your hand out of the hole and just wave and scream. And believe me, I know enough to tell you that somebody will come for you. Somebody will come and help you and pull you out of that hole. Even that person could be anybody, just a stranger walking on the streets of New York, or a stranger selling vada pav in Mumbai. Like, I don't know, it could be anybody. But believe me, you're gonna get out of it. That's something you need to believe in. That's something you need to have faith in. You need to surround yourself with positive energy. Just say, like, I just only want positive energy around me. I do not wish to attract any negative energy, only and only positive energy. And that works, I feel. I don't know if it actually works or it's just my subconscious, but I feel that actually does kind of work. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel this is all I kind of wanted to say, that have empathy, give sympathy when somebody asks for it or somebody needs it. Hard times, everybody has hard times, but you'll pull through it. You will pull through it. Look for help and go towards the help that comes for you willingly, and get yourself out of it. Don't put yourself in like a victimized situation that, my situation's bad. And have faith, attract positive energy, and just be optimistic. Just have that tiny little bit of optimism in your heart, and everything will be okay. Yeah, that's all. Well, so my impromptu video is done. So yeah, all right, bye bye, see you later, guys. Good night. I don't know who's going to be watching this. Hopefully my future child, but yes, yeah. Okay, bye bye, love you all, good night.